Okay, so today we're going to learn a little bit about Photoshop. It'll include the shape and the gradient tools. So the first thing you're going to do is open up Photoshop as usual, and then we'll open up a new file, and it doesn't really matter what size. And we're going to learn about the shape tool. So the shape tool is going to be here. It'll originally look like this, like a rectangle. So if you click on the rectangle and you would select a color before, you can click and drag and it'll become different shapes. If you want it to be a perfect square, you can hold down the shift key while you're going and it'll be a perfect square. There are other shapes as well. One is a rounded rectangle tool. You can change the how, if you want it to be less rounded, you could change the radius of the circles like this, so they'd be a little bit different. There are other shapes. There's a polygon tool where you can have this little pentagon. You could add more sides, make an octagon by changing the number up there. And then you can use, as you see, there's different ones. There's also custom shape tools. You can create your own shape, but we're not going to do that today. But there are some up here, like here's a fleur-de-lis. Kind of cool. I'm not sure why it's not changing. Oh, that's why it's not changing colors. So change the colors. You can move them around. Another thing we're going to learn about is the gradient tool. This is I saw a lot of you playing with this earlier, so I would just make a new one to play with it. The gradient tool, first you would use the marquee tool to make a shape. Let's say right here. And then the gradient tool is going to be inside your paint bucket tool. So if you don't see it, kind of click and hold them down so you can see which one is inside the other one. So gradient tool. And then I'm going to click and drag to make my gradient. I made this earlier. So you can click on the color up here you can add different colors to your image. Kind of click in here. Make it have green. You can add another one. So you click at the bottom to add more colors. And I'm going to just make this yellow or something. So this would fade in. The top ones have to do with the transparency. And to delete it, you would just click on it to delete. So at this point, I'm going to say OK, and then you click and drag. And however long you make it, it's going to be however wide your gradient is. That's pretty much what we're going to do today. We're going to play around with the shape tool, the gradient tool. You can use the paintbrush tool. You can use the other tools we use, the eyedropper, all of those tools that we've been learning this week to go ahead and do a recreate.